So what I need to do is to come and just type R here. When I type R alone, please, what I want is this app called R Studio. So this is what I will open. R Studio is what I'll open. It's coming up slowly. It's coming up slowly, nicely. Now I can see nice things here. I can see nice things here. I can see, let me just get back here a little bit, like that, like that. Okay, let me drop this down. All right. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm able to see here basically are what here? I'm able to see here my scripting section. This is where I'll be doing the scripting. There are 4 sections there. This is where I'll be doing my scripting. And then I have down here, I have what we call a console. I have what we call the console. I have what we call the console. I have what we call the console. It must be having, right? And then here I have the environment. The environment. When I put in my objects, they shall be coming here. And then lastly, I have this area is a very important area, especially I wish Kasne would specify what they want us to teach you here. For example, we've got something called ggplot2. ggplot2. We shall be having all the graphs of this GG thing coming here. All these plots coming here, like bar charts, etc, 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 etc. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to take this opportunity to show you how we load data, onto R Studio. That should be the first thing. How do we load data onto the R Studio using this import data set? Using the import data set. How do we load this? Because the moment I've known how to upload data, really everything becomes very easy. So like now what I'll do, I've got some data here, which will save. So I'll come and click on import data. All right. So here I would want to get this thing from Excel. So I say from Excel. Once I say from Excel, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm able to see. This is what I'm able to see. I'll get this kind of a table coming up. Besides this table, I'll be able to see the browse. So I'll be able to click on browse. So when I say browse, you can see in this case here, my file option comes here, where I'll be able to search. For example, I want regression analysis. I want this regression, which is an Excel thing. So I would want this regression. So in this case here, I'll come and say open there. I'll say open there. So when I say open there, you can see it is saying retrieving data. It has given me what we call a data preview. And that is it. So what I need to do is to come and scroll down here until I see this import thing. So once I see the import thing, I'll be able to click on it. And you can see now it has given me the regression, which has got 31 observations, n is 31, and they've got 3 variables. So we have here the year, we have the sales, and then we have the advertising. So ladies and gentlemen, I would want to give you this particular file, and then we see whether you will be able to upload it from Excel, and you'll do it as I do it now. As I do it, please ensure that, because I'll repeat this, ensure that you are now able to do it as Mwalimu does it. So regression, here it is. So please check your Zoom. If you check your Zoom, you'll be able to see the file there. Tell me whether you have been able to, download it. Tell me whether you've been able to download it. Tell me whether you've been able to download it. Tell me whether you've been able to download it. Is there somebody who has been able to download that file from your Zoom? You can't say you're lost and you don't have even the data. I share on WhatsApp. Somebody who has downloaded it, can you kindly share it on WhatsApp as well? Share it on WhatsApp. You must have the data first of all, and then you try doing it. You'll realize it's easy. You must have the data. You must be having the data. When I show people, when I try showing people how to use this R, so many people start by fearing. It is the easiest software, so don't fear nothing. You'll understand, just download and be cooperative. If you have downloaded, tell me you have downloaded so that I can now know when to start repeating this concept now. Selena has it. Who else has it? Who else has it? Selena, is it possible? Everastus, is it possible for you guys to share the same data on WhatsApp? You copy data kwa Zoom, Beatrice kwa Zoom. You'll be able to see it here. I can again upload it. I can upload it from my side again. I can upload it from my side. When you go to the messages, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it. Open. It's uploading. Now it has uploaded the last message there. The last message from Walimu to everybody. And if you're not able to see it, I can even come and just look for your name here, Beatrice. And then now, you can't attach to an individual. You can't attach to an individual, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Everastus has shared it on the group. Everastus has shared it on the group. So let me again ask this question for the umpteenth time. Do we have the data now? Do we have the data now? Do we have the data, all of us? If it's on WhatsApp, have you been able to download it onto your machine? Have you been able to download it onto your machine? Have you been able to download it onto your machine? Yes, 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 yes. Great, great. Asante sana. So then I will come and share my screen with you. Imported thing. Already imported, Jabir, you're so fast. Already imported. Okay, so I'll come and share my screen with you. Right. Now, if, for example, like now for me to get started very well, I need to clear this. Nikitaka clear hii, nita-clear namna gani? Kuna kakafagio hapa. Kuna kakafagio hapa kakufagia kila kitu kwa environment. Unakuja una click on it. When you click on it, are you sure you want to remove all objects from the environment? This operation cannot be hidden objects. Everything I don't want. I want everything clean. So I'll be able to say, yeah, yes, so my environment is empty. How about this? This is quite an easy one. This one is all about just getting back. I'll go and get back. Go back to the previous source, like that. I can either get back there or I start a new script. This is new file or a new script, new script, new script, new script. Great. So ladies and gentlemen, please be very cooperative here and relax, relax. This is the easiest system, relax. So are we able to see in this environment section, are you able to see the import data set? Are you able to see the import data set? Are you able to see the import data set? Somebody, are you able to see the import data set? Import data set. Import data set in your RStudio. In your RStudio. Today, you guys, you're not yourselves. I know you guys, when you are in your great moods, you tend to speak very fast. But today, I don't know why you're fearing something that is the easiest on earth. The easiest on earth. Great. So then from there, if you're able to see it from 4 students I've seen, from 4 students import data set. Selena, did you download? Not for, no problem. But did you download the RStudio? Which one do you have there, Selena? Which one do you have there, Selena? Do you have the RStudio? Do you have the RStudio? Okay, no problem. Before I give you a chance of sharing your screen so that I can get to see what we are up to, please listen. So import data set. I'll come here. I'm importing this from Excel. Import from Excel. Oh, there is one thing that I forgot to tell you guys. After you downloaded, please ensure that you save that file. After downloading, ensure that you save it. Let me first of all stop even continuing until you guys save the file. Save it in a name that people remember. You can save it in Regression, using Regression name. You can save it using, for example, your firstborn's daughter, right? daughter's name, etc. You can save it using a name that you'll be able to remember. I recommend regression, just regression, not unless you have another file there called regression. So let's go slowly here. Have we saved it? You can save it in my documents or even on your desktop. Good people don't save things on the desktop. Don't save things on your desktop. So have we been able to save? 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 So if you have saved, now we can proceed. And this is how we proceed. So you'll come here, you can see file URL. If you have the URL, you can come and plug it in here. But here we don't have the URL. We need to come and browse ourselves. And this is how I'm browsing. So under browsing, I will be able to come here and I named mine regression. I named mine regression like that. And then I'll be able to say open. I'll be able to say open. I'll be able to say open. It's opening. You can see it has even given me a preview of the data. It has given me a preview of the data. It has given me a preview of the data. So what I need to do is to scroll down a little bit here. I need to come here and scroll this down a little bit until I see this import. I say import. I say import. It has imported. You can see it is sorry for that. I was disconnected. I hope I've not lost so many. I was disconnected. Are you able to hear me now? Are you able to hear me now? Are you able to hear Mwalimu? Are you able to hear Mwalimu now? Yes. Now, please, 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 I want to know how many of us have been able to import from Excel to RStudio? Jamie, how many of us have been able to import? I want to count apart from Jabir. I managed. Selena managed at the end of the day. I told you. I told you. We can see Jabir on a horse. Managed. Alan managed to import. Now, remember I'd sent to you guys some video. I'd sent to you guys some video. Now, once I've been able to import, before I repeat there, what do you think would be the next step to do? You as a programmer now. Now you are reasoning like a programmer. What do you think would be the next thing to be done here? Now you're reasoning like a programmer. So data cleaning, run commands. Great, save. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm the one doing this, of course, I'm not like picking data from the web, from the internet. It is, this is data that is locally available. So if I'm the one doing this, I'll not start looking at, the first things. Like, for example, you have to install. Because I've this to RStudio, and I don't want to start cleaning it to Google. No, because this is quite simple data. Eh? I don't want to clean nothing, this simple data. So what I'll do is basically to attach. It's basically to come here and attach, right? So the first command that I'll run now here, the first command which I'll run here is attach. So remember, as I start, ladies and gentlemen, typing attach, I can see it has already come. Eh? So I need to tab. So I tab like that. What am I attaching? I know the name that I called it. I called it regression. The moment I start typing like this, it comes up, right? So I'll only be able to double click on it, or I tab like that. Once I tab like that, I can see attach regression. Now from there is to run the command. How do you run the command? Either you hit this run, or you use some other operation. Who remembers this other operation? Who remembers this other operation? If I don't want to be hitting this run, to be using the mouse, who is able to remember the other operation to run a command? How do we run a command? How do we run a command? How do we run a command? How else do we run a command? Control enter, thank you so much. Control enter, thank you so much. So I'll be able to say a control enter. So when I say control enter, already you can see here, it has attached regression. It has also given you the permission to do what? To view. Now, there is something I would want you to start knowing, and know this from the word go. When you say attach, it means that now you can go to individual. Once RStudio has attached, now you can go to the individual columns. Like, remember your columns, ladies and gentlemen, here. If I click on this, you'll be able to see your columns. You have a column on sales, a column on advertising. Now I can easily go to a particular column. And for example, say I want the mean, right? You can see it has come up, the arithmetic mean. I want the mean what here? The mean of sales, the mean of sales, the mean of sales. So the mean of sales, once I see it has come, popped up, I only need to take it to my RStudio like that. And then of course, I'll be able to run the command by saying control enter. So when I say control enter, you can see in your console, the solution area. It is telling you that the average sales is 45. Remember, this console is where you shall be getting answers. The console is very important. You can give it whichever, you can even decide to use this as your calculator. You can come and say 4 plus, for example, 5. 4 plus 5. And then you run the command. It'll tell you 9. The console is your solution area. It is where you'll be getting your feedback. Is where you'll be getting your feedback. So for example, if you want to do like 23, say times maybe 8, whatever, times 8, like that. And you want, instead of looking for a calculator all over, control, in this case here, enter, you run the command, it'll be able to give you the answer in the console. So console is a solution area. It is a feedback area, right? It's a feedback area, right? Right. Now, what if, for example, you want to run some regression analysis? I don't want to go quite deep into this today. Today, basically, I would want to use this session to teach you guys how to do what here, how to fetch data, etc. First of all, before I start confusing you. So Everastus told me to repeat on how to upload this data. How do we upload this data? Using RStudio, you'll be able to do your financial statements here very fast. Any accountant has to be good in RStudio. You must be very good in RStudio. These guys who keep on complaining, they're telling me that, Mwalimu, you know what? I'm working for a county government. This county government is paying me 50,000. Why are they paying you 50,000 and you think you're underpaid? It's also because also in terms of service, you're also giving them not so nice. You don't know Excel. Nikiongea vitu wanafunzi wanasikia mbaya, lakini nawaambianga ukweli. Wanafunzi ambao kwa klasi yangu ya data analytics, au wanafunzi ambao kwa data analytics, tangu tuanze kusoma na nyinyi Excel, if you guys were to be very honest in terms of your career, right? Are there things, for example, at your workplace now you are able to do much faster? Hata watu wanaanza kushangaa. If you're to open up and tell us the truth, are there things that you feel right now? And remember, it's about 2 months. It's about 2 months since we started. It's about 2 months since we started, right? Right? Yeah. Especially if you are practicing, you'll become so good. You'll become so good. You'll become so good in this thing. You'll become the go-to person in all matters of Excel. And the moment you're very good in terms of Excel, you are able to use the sum ifs to do your income statement, to do your balance sheet, etc. Trust you me. Great things will come looking for you. Now, I would want to get started. And this is how sorting out journal, big data, you can see. Yeah, and Gladys, I would want to see that. The journal say, I would want to see how you're doing, how you're working with this big data, right? For example, are you able to do it in the form of a table? Are you able, for example, to go ahead and do a pivot table of the data? People will fear you. People will give you 300, 400,000 a month. Now, these students were telling me to repeat like Everastas. First of all, do you have RStudio opened? Do you have RStudio there? Do you have RStudio? Do you have RStudio? Bansi, yes. Do you have RStudio? Sherilyn, great. So let me repeat now. Let me repeat now. Let me repeat now. So in this case here, what do I want really? So what I would want to do also myself is to look for this RStudio. I just close the window. I don't want to save nothing. And then I'll be able to share my screen like that. So now I'm looking for R. Once I type R, please don't open the normal R. What I want is this RStudio. This one here is the one that I'll open. RStudio is the one that I will open like that. Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's opening there, it's opening there, it's opening there. So when it opens like this, you can see it has got how many windows? It has got 3 windows. Somebody may start panicking. Now this thing that has got 3 windows, what do I do with it? And the Mwalimu said, we need to have 4 windows. So come here and open what here? A script file. You open a script file, a new script file. So once I open a new script file, you can see it is here now. We have 4. We have 4. So we have the script where I'll be doing my scripting. I have what we call the console, where we shall be getting answers. If you want, you can delete all this nonsense. And then we have, in this case here, the environment, very important. And then we have where we shall be getting our graph, because we must draw graphs. We must draw graphs. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please listen and listen to me very well. Once I reach here, today's objective, the class of today is basically to teach you guys how to upload data. So there is some data that I sent to you guys, which we named all of us, saved and named what here, saved and named what here. We saved and named it regression. Have you saved that data yourselves? Have you said, do you have the data? First of all, Sherilyn, you came in a bit late. Do you have the data called regression? Do you have the data called regression? Do you have the data called regression? And have you saved it? Do you have the data called regression and have you saved it? Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It looks funny. No, it looks funny. You need to know how to make it now look well. Look good. Ladies and gentlemen, now here we are. So from there, this is what we shall do. So I want to import data. You can import data from, this thing is a huge thing. You can import data from SAP. You can import data from any ERP system. You can import data from like the system that we work in at my workplace. We use a system called Arrow. You can import data from wherever. So like now here, I want to import data from Excel. From Excel. So when I say import data from Excel, I can see a pop-up window here, and then I'll be able to come and say here, browse. Browse. And then when I say browse, so what do I want here? I'll come to file name, look for regression. So it's already popping up here. So and then I'll be able to open like that. You can see it's loading up, retrieving data. And then at the end of the day, I'll be able to come here, and say import data, say import data. You can see it has already imported. It has already imported. It has already imported. Right. It has already imported. Now this data, it is in the RStudio. Now I'll be able to manipulate this the way I went. I'll be able to draw graphs. I'll be able to do so much out of this. So much out of this. So much out of this. So let me see whether there is anybody who has been now able to download the guys who asked me to repeat. Have they been able to? Mohammed, I'll show you how to clear this. First of all, today, I don't want us to study any other concept. Sharalina has already. It brings different figures. What do you mean? How can it bring different figures? Okay, so Robert, repeat. Remember, the moment you have this import that I can import still on top of this, just go to from Excel, and then you say browse. How have you saved it? I've saved it as a regression. Like that. And then I'll be able to say open there. It's retrieving data. It's finished retrieving. So you go down here at the bottom of this table, you'll be able to see a place called import. At the bottom, you'll be able to see a place called import. That is it. Let me see what they're saying. Getting error. Allow me, I'm getting an error. What could be the problem? When I click browse, I'm getting an error. Oh, they're getting errors, very many of them. So let me stop sharing. And then I give them a chance. Yes, please share your screen, we get to see. Share your screen, we get to see. Is anybody who is on the way sharing the screen? Everastus, yes. I can't see your screen totally. Utiso Charity, good questions. But please, I would want to address those questions. Yeah, this guy, who is this guy? Shiralini, you have already imported. You even have the gap minder. You are miles ahead. You're miles ahead. Thank you so much. Because already I can see the gap minder is here. I can see regression. Already you have imported. Great. Thank you so much. The students who are getting an error, those are the students I would want to put their screens here. The students who are getting errors, please don't fear. Ben has started sharing. Thank you. So please go down. Oh, men's are fresh from Excel. Browse. Okay. Umeitoa wapi? Ngoja kidogo. Hebu rudi nyuma kidogo. Yeah, rudi nyuma kidogo. Unajua pale kwa haujaanza, unaona kwa hii ebu cancel. Yes. Kuja hapa kwa file kuna ka plus kako hapo chini. Kwa file hapo. Ndio kuna script because now you are running this thing. Yes, sasa sema hapo script. R script hiyo Uwezi anza kufungua vitu without hiyo. Sasa attach uone. Sasa from Excel, browse. What could be the problem then? We shall overcome. Regression users. Hebu tuone mwanafunzi mwingine. Jacqueline is sharing at the screen. Same error. Jacqueline has started sharing the screen. Ama ni machine za kazi mnatumia nyinyi na zimekuwa blocked. Same error. Hizo errors ni mingi sana. Same error. Jacqueline, I think you have a problem with your internet speed. Iko chini sana. Okay, so then what I'll do, let me first of all then show you guys how to upload a CSV file. Tuone kama shida ni Excel. Let's see whether you'll be able to upload a CSV file. CSV file. So let me ask you guys a question. What does CSV stand for in full? What does CSV stand for in full? CSV. If, for example, your boss tells you this Excel, I would want you to save it .csv. What does this CSV stand for in full? What does this CSV stand for in full? Comma separated values, yes, or variables. Comma separated values, or what here? Variables. So I would want us, ladies and gentlemen, here to make use of this example. Information. This is from who? Everastus. So do you want me to give you like a minute to try attaching? We see. Just try to attach. We get to see where the problem is. Run the script, okay? From Excel. You see the version you are using. So Nakuza, do you want to install these packages now? Say my yes. Asana kama si wanafunzi mko wachoyo kidogo. This thing muna book hata meeting na Sherilyn lunch hour. Muna book meeting na Sherilyn lunch hour. Anawaonyesha. Mnampatia macho peke yake. So when I come here, as usual, I should be doing serious things. I should not be showing you really how to download these things because I also don't know. I got this in my workplace machine. Kwanza nyinyi mnatoka area moja, Jacqueline na Sherilyn. Nyinyi mnatoka area moja. Great. Sasa ndio hiyo regression. Is this a valid Excel file? Hey. Ebu sema okay. Ebu sema browse tena. Ebu enda hapa, ebu tuone what could be the problem. Is it because of how was this getting the same error? The R studio that you guys picked here. Is it the R of 4.21? 4.21, the most current one. What could be the problem? I'll look at it later. Let me just show you how to upload a CSV file. Let me I have the QR. Ben is saying he has the QR. Ben, is it possible for me to, let me just, mine is current. Ben has the QR. Ben, what I'll do, ask to unmute and then of course share.
So can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well. Is this your screen?
No. I'm sharing mine.
Okay. So then what I'll do, Mohammed, with all courtesy, I would want to stop yours. Is your name Alan? No, yours is Ben, isn't it?
Yes, my name Bernard.
Bernard, okay. So Alan, I need to stop you from sharing.
So I've realized that there's something actually missing from your RStudio if you're getting that error.
Mhm.
And what you can do is go to this link. Let me post it on the chats. So I've shared the link. You just need to go to that and copy this. Install packages, blah, 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 until the end. Once you have copied this, go back to your RStudio and paste it here. I won't paste it because I've already downloaded it. So you just paste it there and then you control enter.
Great. So can I give you like a minute, everybody? You try doing that. He has already shared the link with us.
So once you have pasted, you're going to see the progress down here.
Okay.
It's going to give you this, and then it's going to download the package and successfully install. Okay. Once you have that, you go ahead and try importing your Excel once again.
It will now accept.
Yes, yes.
Great, thank you so much, Bernard. So they want you to repeat again.
So for those who want me to repeat, there is a link that I've shared on the chats. I think I still have it copied. No, I've lost it. So you just need to go to this page. I'm sharing the link. Once you click on this link, you're going to land on this page. Once you land here, you can see answer number 1. Under answer number 1, you have the instructions here from install packages, blah, 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 until the end. You need to copy this. Or rather, I don't know whether it will work if I paste this directly into the charts.
You've left I, or am I the one who is not seeing very well?
Yes, I've left it. I'm going to add it.
Okay.
So I don't know whether it has broken, but you just need to copy this link directly from this page.
It has worked.
Yes, yes. You're welcome, Janet.
Thanks. Okay, great.
Once you just go back to your RStudio, make sure there's nothing that you've written here, then just paste it. And then you can control enter.
You run the command.
Yes, yes, correct.
Great. Now, Everastas, have you been able to do that? Have you been able to do that? There is something very good with this, something very nice with this. There is something very nice with this. Done. Mercy is saying done. Great. Okay. So at least you have shared the link with them. And I hope everybody now will be able to at least be able to do what here to upload Excel. Now, I want to share some small movie with you here, And please, this movie happened in 1912. Over 1,000 people died. So as you watch it, it's a 4-minute movie. And I'll be using that data, right, to upload a CSV, right, and data from that movie to upload as a CSV document to my RStudio and then be able to do a lot of analysis using this. Great. So no crying. Okay. No crying at all. Great. So it's called Titanic. Titanic accident, the better. Full scene. So that is the end of so is there anybody who has ever seen that movie, Titanic, up to the end? We lost about 1,700 people in that ship. That is 1912. 1912, Titanic. Yeah, Iligonga Island, if you remember that. Okay. So I would want us to use this as our case study. Kasneb tells us to have teach you guys using these case studies quite a lot. So I would want my R here. Great. So we want to open a new script here. Control Shift New. So I would want to import this data. Import data set. This time around, I've kept it as a CSV file. So I'll be able to come here and look for it. Titanic accident. It's here, right? And then I'll be able to open. So you can see now here, if it's row 1, all these are separated as what here as commas. It's comma separated. Don't worry about this. All right. So long as it is there like that. So I should be able to come here and simply say import. So when I'm able to import here, what do I see? I'm able to see the passenger ID. Like passenger number 1 survived. 0 means that he never survived. Right? Passenger class, he was in the 3rd class. This was quite a crazy thing. A crazy thing. There are very few people. It doesn't matter the class they were in. You saw some places there which were very neat in terms of what here, in terms of the wood rooms, etc. The name of these guys, round Mr. Owen Harris, he was male, age 22 years, siblings, alikuwa na 1 sibling. Then we have parents and children, 0. His ticket is here. The fare he had paid. Remember, the Titanic was going to the US and then it hit some island, right? The cabin, he was not a member, he was not a part of the cabin crew. It was just a passenger. All right. And of course, where he embarked, whatever, these are like towns like that. Great. So then I would want to start my scripting. So before I start anything with scripting, I would want to come and first of all attach. Attach is a very important aspect. So attach, I'm attaching this Titanic. As I start in this case here typing, it will come up. I can see it is here Titanic accident, right? And then I'll be able to run the script. So like I would want first of all to know like simple things, like what was the average fare, average bus fare. So unaweza kusema mean, right? Tab, and then you say fare. Is that how they are calling it? Yeah, it's here. You want to know these guys who died, how much are they paid on average to these guys who killed them, like that. So I can see the average was 32, perhaps 32.204 to 1, like that, right? So every time when I want to look at my variables, I can always click there, and then I'm able to see my variables etc. So I would want to attach this thing here. So that you guys can also try attaching it yourselves. Kifo ya maji ni uchungu sana. So we have here Titanic. Titanic accident, CSV, it's here. Sent successfully. Let me know whether you guys have been able to. How do you clear the previous one? Yeah, we are recording it. We are recording this. We are recording this. We are recording this. We are recording this. Sheralyn has already become an expert. Open a new script. Open a new script. Open a new script here. Yeah. Open a new script. And then you say script. Add a script like that. Get something in. I'll be showing you how to do away with these others. They should not scare you. But already I've shown you how to cancel like this one here in the environment. Clear objects from the workplace. Great. Great, 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 great. So is there somebody who has been able to get that data set? Have we gotten the data set? Titanic accident. Because Kasne bilijua kuwasaidia sana. You know, we used to charge like 100,000 for this course. We can't see. It's here. Already I've shared it. Already I've shared it out. Is there someone who is able to download it? And if possible, share it out even on WhatsApp. And then please remember that our classes are 1 hour classes. 1 hour classes. I would want you to be having, like, even if it's over lunch hour, I've already given you a helper called Omondi. And even amongst yourselves, you guys are like engineers. You can easily help yourselves. So for example, you say, let us meet over lunch hour, you get to see who has got this challenge. So when I come here, I'm an important resource. I'm an important resource. When I come here, I should be dealing like with serious things. Like today, I would have shown you how to do regression. I would have shown you how to draw box plots, how to draw box bar charts, right? So please ensure that because I'm meeting you every day, 1 hour, 1 hour, also create your like 20 minutes of a lunch. I don't know whether that's the right time where you should be able to sort out your issues so that we can move with speed. It's a CSV. Thanks, Kemoto, for asking that. It's a CSV. So this is where we have the CSV. This is where we have the CSV. When you say import data set, here from text base, here. So the first one there will pick the comma separated, the strings. I want to hear whether there is anybody who has been able to at least get this correctly. Is there anybody who has been able to get this correctly? Anybody who has been able to attach? Anybody who has been able to attach this so that you can start massaging the figures? So please, you have to create more time over lunch hour, even if it's just 20 minutes, where you get like to be your brother's stroke sister's keeper. Like I know there must be a good number of students here who have not yet downloaded SQL. I'm 100% sure. Abel Omolo imported, great. So Abel Omolo is the first one. Great, great, imported, great, done. I'm so happy Ben imported. I've done it, Selena, great. Attached. She has done it even to the point where she has attached. I'm so happy, I'm telling you. The course, we used to charge 100,000. It's a very serious course. Very serious course for accountants. Very serious course for accountants. Sai Kasneb imetoboa. Sasa accountants wa Kenya watakuwa very competitive globally, actually. Globally. Accountants wa Kenya mtakuwa very competitive globally. Some of us were able to work for international firms simply because of what here some of these things tunajua. Unafanya mpaka mzungu anakuuliza ulijua lini hizi vitu. Namwambia nilizaliwa kama nimejua, lakini uongo. Nilifunzwa. Mimi nilijua because of ACCA. So the fees you're charging you, 8,000, it's modest, it's very good. But now, unfortunately, you guys are not getting out of your way to look for students for Mwalimu. We are about 80. We're about 80. These Mwalimu zone yaka nachezanga zone ya 200. 200. students. 200 students. Kama AFM sio nafika karibu 200 sasa AFM. Class ambayo nafunza hivyo nataka kufanya mpaka 200. So you guys have an obligation. Sherilyn, you have an obligation. You have to bring me 10 studies 1 month. Anita, Alan, you guys, all of you have got obligations. You must bring mwalimu students. Because I'm 100% sure hapa nje kupata mwalimu anajua hizi vitu sio rahisi. So that is it. Anybody who has a question, anybody who has not been able to attach, I would want to be left behind with them. Otherwise, my 1 hour of today is over and out. So nikija kwa klasi ya kesho nitaonyesha kidogo like how do we. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Aline. So nikija kesho nitawaonyesha after attach now is about what do we want now? Do we want to carry out a regression analysis? Do we want to clean data? What do? We must attach first. And then after attach now we shall be able to make the next steps there tomorrow. So after that, after showing you what we do after this attachment, which is now in our tomorrow session, I'll be able to take you through the applications of Excel in auditing. I'll be able to take you through the applications of Excel in auditing, right? I'll be able to take you through applications of Excel in taxation. How do we come up with a payee calculator, right? How do we compute taxes over corporates like that? And what we agreed with all of you is that even if you are not specializing in audit, you still have to be in our auditing class throughout. That's what we agreed. After all, there are not many, it's like two classes, we finish, right? Like now when we talk of regression analysis, that's a concept in advanced MA. You guys never ran away from that session, right? So, yes, great. So Jacqueline, we start with advanced tax. Peter Nyongesa, you're looking at your side alone, no? Hey, Peter. No. I have the latitude to decide which one to start with in a way that you guys will be able to do what will be able to do very well. I can see this lady Jacqueline loves Lucky Dube. Crazy world. Very good. Thank you. Great. Huyu naona huyu sio mdogo sana. Unajua wale wadogo wanapenda mziki ingine ambayo haina message. Mziki ambayo haina message, hao wadogo wanapenda. Stop. Great. Sasa na hiyo screen tunaonyesha sio mimi pia kama unasema Lucky Dube imaanishi hujaokoka. Wewe neki. What do I mean? Ngoja kidogo turudie kwanza hii So tuko tunasema namna hii So already niko na hii, already it is here So what I need to do is to come and attach. Attaching means that you bring the columns, the variables. I'll be showing you what this attachment means. So come and say attach, you say tab there. What am I attaching? The Titanic accident, like that. And then I run the command. Like that. So it's already attached. It's already attached here. So now from there, I'll be able to calculate so many things. I'll be able to calculate the standard deviation. I'll be able to do the square roots here. I'll be able to do quite a lot once I've done the attachment. And that is what I'll be showing you guys from tomorrow. I invited a few students here to join us today from some groups. It's my hope, even if you're floated, but it's my hope that you